Hey, thank you for joining me today. This is Pastor Lafayette, and we are in Psalm chapter 39, so let's begin reading. I said, it's crucial right there. I said, I will guard my ways, lest I sin with my tongue. I will restrain my mouth with a muzzle, while the wicked are before me. I was mute with silence. I held my peace, even from good, and my sorrow was stirred up. My heart was hot within me while I was musing, the fire burned. And then I spoke with my tongue. Lord, make me to know my end, and what is the measure of my days, that I may know how frail I am. Indeed, you've made my days as handbreadth, and my age is as nothing before you. Certainly, every man at his best state is but a vapor. Selah. Surely every man walks about like a shadow. Surely they busy themselves in vain. He heaps up riches and does not know who'll gather them. And now, Lord, what do I wait for? My hope is in you. Deliver me from all my transgressions. Do not make me the reproach of the foolish. I was mute. I did not open my mouth because it was you who did it. Remove your plague from me. I am consumed by the blow of your hand. When with rebukes you correct man for iniquity, you make his beauty melt away like a moth. Surely every man is vapor. Selah. Hear my prayer, O Lord, and give ear to my cry. Do not be silent at my tears, for I am a stranger with you, a sojourner, as all my fathers were. Remove your gaze from me, that I may regain strength before I go away and am no more. Excuse me. Here again, David is dealing with things and probably things that have been revealed in his own heart, perhaps sin that's been revealed to him, things that the Lord has opened. And very interesting, verse 1. I said, I will guard my ways, lest I sin with my tongue. I'll restrain my mouth with a muzzle while the wicked are before me. I wonder how many of us listen to that counsel and actually guard our ways. I wonder how many of us actually pay attention to what we say and watch our mouth. Or do we just let our tongue go? Do we let it go? They deserve it. They deserve to be raked over the coals or torn to shreds. They deserve to be told off, given a piece of my mind. They deserve it. You know, I understand that people need to be told the truth. I understand that you have to speak the truth to resolve certain issues. But we should guard our mouth so that we don't sin with our tongue. So that we don't become just a heated, blazing dragon, spewing venom in every foul thing or every horrible thing that would hurt people or would harm them. That's not God's plan. His plan is reconciliation. Now, yes, I believe we can tell the truth, and we should tell the truth. But we need to guard our mouth so that we don't sin with it. Verse 2, I was mute with silence. I held my peace even from good. And then my sorrow was stirred up. My heart was hot within me. While I was musing, the fire burned, and then I spoke with my tongue. People have seen this different ways, and they're all great. But I see this as someone, perhaps, he didn't want to just be a blazer and just tell someone off, but he allowed the Lord to begin to fill him. Even from good. Lord, I held my peace even from good, even from saying things that really that I believe you wanted me to. And I could see this both ways. I could see him saying in verse 3, my heart was hot within me, and while I was musing, the fire burned, then I spoke. In other words, I finally did blow up, which would be wrong. He says, but I told myself I don't want to do this, but I did it. I've also heard this preached, that the Lord laid something on his heart, and and he guarded himself from saying the wrong thing, but then he finally opened his mouth and said the right thing. I wasn't David. I wasn't there in those days, so I don't know exactly what he's talking about or which one of those is right. Verse 4 is powerful, though. Lord, make me to know my end and what is the measure of my days, that I may know how frail I am. Indeed, you made my days as handbreadths. My age is nothing before you. Certainly every man at his best state is but vapor. Lord, help me realize that I am not the greatest thing in the world, and that I need to live my life here with fear, reverence, respect, and honor. If I'll understand and do those things, if I just know how short my time is, maybe I'll treat my days better. You know, while we're young, we think we can do anything, and we try anything. When we're older, we begin to respect how little time we actually have. I think that's what David is saying here. A lot more in this, but I want to encourage you today to guard your mouth. Don't sin. If the Lord lays something on your heart, speak what He speaks, not what you speak. God is good. He wants to use you to be a blessing. So be the blessing you're called to be. Thanks for joining me today. God bless you, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.